I was front row seated at Oakland a few years back, and I want to talk about my wonderful experience. My gosh, literally the most beautiful people I have ever seen in my life. I was one of the only ones with a Yoongi image picket. Where I was seated, the extended stage was so high, so if any of them walked along it, we were literally eye to eye. And no joke, Yoongi actually made eye contact with me a couple of times, as I frantically waved my picket. And at one point he smiled back, and I almost died. I'm getting flustered right now just thinking about it. RM is just gorgeous. Like seriously, his proportions are like a model's, and he's really tall. He's also more tanned in real life, and is very intense when performing. His dimples are much cuter in real life too, and his smile is amazing. Listening to him in videos is already amazing, but hearing his words in person was just unbelievable. You can feel every word he says, the sincerity behind his message. You hold onto his words like a lifeline, like you just know your life won't be complete unless you hear the end of it. I have the video of Rosebowl Day 2. And it's still one of the very best speeches I've ever heard. Standing there absorbing his words of how ARMY are BTS and BTS are ARMY. That we are their wings, their dreams, that we are one. You decide you will be their fan forever. Namjoon has a very intense presence and incredible charisma, but also a very soothing and comforting aura. Jin's shoulders are no joke, so wide I couldn't believe it. Seeing him in real life, I can tell why they call him worldwide handsome. Because wow, he looked like a marble statue. Also, his voice quality is different in real life. There are overtones to his voice that aren't picked up on the recordings that make his voice sound so angelic. You can't fully appreciate the beauty of the sound unless you are in a room together. I've had the privilege of seeing him perform both Awake and Epiphany, and I have to say the recordings do not do his voice justice. Yoongi, oh my god, he's just so handsome but in a different way. He looks like a really handsome guy you would see at college and have a mad crush on, if that makes sense. He has a very feline aura and is definitely more reserved than the other members. J-Hope has the best stage presence. When he performed his solo, it felt like everything stopped, and all eyes were glued onto him. I couldn't look away. He just has a way of commanding everyone's attention and getting them super hyped. Also, what everyone says about him is true. The camera does not do him justice at all. He's incredibly good looking, and his skin has this golden glow to it that is absolutely amazing. Jimin is actually a fairy. He has a very delicate frame, and I was a little worried because he looks a lot thinner in real life. I couldn't really see much of him though, as he was mostly on the other side of the stage. Taeyoung, oh my god. He looks like he jumped straight out of an anime. That man is beautiful. Probably the best looking person I have ever seen in my life. He has quite the small frame, but I'm not sure if it was the type of clothing he was wearing or not. He looks really intimidating when he's not smiling though. He is the ultimate performer. My mouth was hanging open the entire time. Jungkook is really handsome in real life. His voice is super stable and clear, and he dances very powerfully. It's crazy how much energy and strength he has. It really blew me away. None of them look very different from pictures and videos. Super good looking of course, but usually some celebrities would be better looking in real life or more photogenic on camera, but BTS are gorgeous on and off camera. You can tell their pictures don't have much Photoshop. Also, it's like I was just watching a Run episode or BTS videos, because there wasn't much of a difference from the way they act on stage. What you see of BTS in videos is the same BTS you see in person. They're energetic, enthusiastic, happy, sincere, very humble, and grateful. They're always saying thank you and I love you to ARMY. If you've seen BTS too, please let me know what your experience was like below, and don't forget to subscribe.